I seem to always have some people that say, well, I ordered my shirts Monday. It's Friday and I still don't have them. Well, we probably don't either. We probably haven't even got the material because it's still coming from the manufacturer who makes that specific shirt that we ordered for you. And so when you go to have these things made, know that when you ask for a design, this design, whether it may look completely simple, will take a few hours, an hour to 2 hours, depends. If it's a brand new design and you don't have a logo per se for us to go off of, and you're like, well, I think I want like a football helmet and like maybe like, you know, a brick wall and like a, you know, a claw and something else, and we try to put together something that is going to screen, that is going to be able to be printed on a shirt, and you're like, I think I changed my mind. I think now I want a, you know, and then it changes. We will accommodate that change. But hence comes in the art fee. We've just spent an hour on this design. Now we're going to completely redo something and spend another hour or two on another design. And then we have to order the fabric in. And then we have to do the process of screening and drying and outgassing and quality checking and that sort of thing. So that is a long, lengthy process. Now, on direct-to-garment printing, this is fabulous. Love direct-to-garment printing. Like most of the things that you see in commercial stores now are direct-to-garment printed. Now, you can go to a major retail store and get a superhero t-shirt with all these pictures of characters on it, and it's just absolutely perfect, and it looks like a photograph and all this different stuff, right? That's a direct-to-garment print. And you can get that for like $8, $7, sometimes less. That's because that retail store ordered 50,000 and distributed it to all of their stores from this one printer. When you come to a smaller printer and you place a smaller order, then of course it's not still $5, $8, whatever, right? And that's true for screen printing or direct-to-garment, right? So quantity takes in a lot of that too. The more you order, the less it is per piece. So that's always a standard as well. Now, direct-to-garment is basically a large printer with a conveyor belt in the middle of it. And it prints just like your home printer would, just like an inkjet, but with screen print inks. How cool is that? And we have the capacity now to do that sort of thing. And it is phenomenal. The clarity, the preciseness, the creativity that we can do with this is just absolutely wild. What is also absolutely wild is the price. It is not a $7 shirt. The inks for your home printer, maybe in the $40, $60 range. Inks for these machines, $300 plus, depends. Also, this is also labor intensive. You have to press the shirt absolutely flat with a heat press. So there will be a big square on our shirts. This is the printed area. So we make sure there's no wrinkles, no nothing. We don't have a board to stretch it over like the screen printer. It's just on a flat conveyor belt, right? We press it. We have to put another sizing down that is completely, like a complete, all through the whole area that we pressed. And then we run it through there and it prints just like an inkjet printer. Now, it's not fast. It is not like you hit print and you walk over to the machine and you get it out and it's ta-da, it's done, you know, or something like that. It's not like, you know, an HP or something. So it takes a while. It takes a while for that sucker to go all the way through and print. Then whenever it does that, you still have to dry it. And you have to do that for every one. Now, it's kind of self-sufficient a little bit. You know, a person can maintain that machine and get the things prepped and then start running it through the machine. And then when it's done, they can go back, they can do something else and then come back to that machine and then take it to the dryer and that sort of thing. And the workflow is a little bit better and it's a little bit more easy to manage a little bit, but this is a pricey machine. You know, this is, you know, you're looking at $40,000, $50,000 for this machine. Easy to do these type of things. And so, you know, whenever you get a shirt from this that is direct to garment, you're going to be paying a higher fee for that than if you would for screen printing. And a lot of the times the direct to garment will be defined by whether or not we can print this. If we can print very clear, clean, clear-cut lines, these are clear-cut shapes and voids, and if it starts to blur in, or if there's a lot of gradients, or really detailed faces, like a picture, like superheroes on it or something, you can't do that with a screen. I mean, if you look at all those colors, you're looking at like 16 screens and like ittle bitty bitty tiny little dot. That's just, no. So we don't screen anything up past 4 colors. If it's past 4 colors, you go to direct to garment. And then you can do anything you want to do. The sky is the limit, really. And it is like true photographic images. It's beautiful. But that also costs. So realize on the misconceptions here, the timeline is minimum 14 days. Realize also that the more that you order, the less it is per each. Per each apparel. Per each one that you get, right? Also, realize that that's also why most screen printers have a minimum. A lot of times their minimum is 24, 25, something like that. We usually go by dozens. And so if their minimum is 24, which is 2 dozen, that's how they keep their cost at a reasonable level to the public. Our minimum is 12. We drop that down a little bit because we do a lot of small orders for people that don't need like 4 a shirt per person. So we do a lot of smaller orders. This way, it gives you the ability to be a little bit more creative, and this way it gives you a little bit more of an idea of how this is all set up. And once again, this is all for your knowledge. This is all so that you can make the best informed decision when it comes to the products that you need. And so that you know what the expectations are, and you know what the processes are, and you know what the cost associated is. And you know that what is possible and what is not possible. And that keeps the working relationship so much better with you and your chosen vendor. And that way you don't think in the back of your mind that they're trying to cheat you, that that's ridiculous, that they don't know what they're doing. And honestly, we get those a lot. We hear that a lot. Like, that's ridiculous. It shouldn't take 14 days to do this printing. Well, it may not take it 14 days consecutively, but there's people in front of you. There's other workflow that has to be done. There's lots of variables that go into it. It's going to take us 6 days to get this material. It's going to take us 4 days to get these shirts in. It's going to, take us another full day to make the screens, and then it's going to take us another 3 business days to screen them, and so this time adds up, and it adds up, and it adds up, and and in that time there's, as we talked about before, always somebody in a rush that has to be bumped ahead so that we can rush to meet their deadline, and so everything else gets put on hold. So that 14-day minimum has a lot of allowances in it for us and for you, so that we are not just blowing through something and it's not done 100%. It's not done to quality. It's not done to perfection. And so we really make it our goal to pad that a little bit and add those in so that we have that incorporated in. If there's anything, any kind of hiccup involved in any way, that we have that ready to go so that we don't take any more of your time. And so I really hope that this helps educate you and inform you a little bit. This is this is really fun for me to teach you this, because I see the thirst for knowledge out there with a lot of this stuff, and I really want to guide you to the best vendor for you, and the best for your business, and the best for your team or your sport or whatever event that it is that you're doing. And if you have questions, please ask me. I will answer any questions. You can message me on Facebook. You can comment below this video. It's going to be on my YouTube. You can catch it there if you want to, or send me an email from the website. So I hope that this helps, and we'll see you next week for a whole new series. Bye-bye.